to protect your soul.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already seen, giveaway going on currently. You type ! giveaway in the chat. Definitely don't forget about that. But today we have Destroy the Odds against S1. A game that should be pretty well versed all the way around on Inferno this time around. You can find the giveaway in the chat if you take a peek there. Twitter link will be all there for you. And before we get into this matchup, the European matchup, a matchup I have not yet gotten to cast in any manner, in any way. This is the first team in Europe I will be casting overall, so I'd like to thank everyone for joining us tonight, because it's a big milestone for myself, as well as getting to hang out with you guys for a while. So as long as I've got you guys by my side, we should be fine and ready to go. Knife round on the map of Inferno, depending on the team, may be all important. I think that this is one of the maps that if you know which side is where you get the ball rolling early on, you can take it very far. A map like Nuke is just a map that's typically leaning against CTs, or for CTs rather. But a map like Inferno, I feel like so long as you know your strengths, or even if you know your opponent's weaknesses and you get that choice of side, it just means a whole lot more. And I think teams that get their choice of side and don't really know their opponents or don't really know their strengths and weaknesses are the teams that end up faltering, whether it be earlier on in the game being steamrolled or maybe not being able to close the game out. But when you know what you're doing, especially when you're hitting your shots, and look at that, S1's got a player who's in the warm-up just going a little bit crazy, so who knows what's to come in the next 30 rounds possible with OT available in Counter-Strike as we get underway soon enough. A lot of players have connected as of right now. I believe there is well over the number of players ready to get things underway. Not sure if there's a coach available. I believe there may or may not be a stand-in. Also, I am unable to unmute, unfortunately. Universal mutes go all the way through, and there's nothing I can do about it. And here we are, the knife round is underway. As we get into things early on, like I said, the knife round on this map is definitely one that you want to win out so long as you know where you're going to be heading for the rest of the game. Whether or not you want to lock down the bomb sites, you know how to abuse your opponents on the attack, and it seems as of thus far, Destroy the Odds have done a phenomenal job of keeping themselves in the knife round, and they win with 2 players alive at the end of it all anyway, and they get their choice at the end of the day. Starting beef again. Definitely not. Definitely no beef allowed here. And it seems that Destroy the Odds have decided that the CT side is where they'd like to start their campaign. And I believe that as well. And it seems that today we'll have Leonidas standing in. I believe he will be in for one of the main roster players. He's typically a 6th man or sub, so as he's listed. So we get things underway pretty quickly as they head towards the B bomb site, though. Cyclone, it's actually Gospel. Keep in mind, it's going to say Cyclone. I can't really fix it. The game won't allow me to. In the back of the bomb site, though, Devs has to go huge or at least stay alive for the time being. He's getting a couple shots off. He's not yet connected any of them, though, but he's got support from a player by Coffin side, and he's still raining out shots. Devs can't do much more. He needs his teammate to swing in to support him soon enough. He's got only 7 bullets left in his clip, but they're finding kills even still. And Devs is still alive in the back of this bomb site. Finally, he's dealt with. And in Coffin, Cyclone is yet to get another frag. The bomb site seems to be on lockdown for the time being, and now as they get the plant through at Coffin's side, Magoo has the task of just taking those fights and Locking things down at range, and he's got good damage. A gush onto a player to 2 HP, and he's trying to finish the job, but 3 kills, excuse me, in the round for Gospel, but it's not going to be enough. A 4K for V6 instead. Oh, hey. Look at that. Wow. The more you know. That is very helpful. This is like the third time that that's happened, and I haven't had a fix for it, so good man. The top of car, Devs, gets a little bit of a wide swing on the Deagle to at least take the first. That's a man advantage for them very early on, and they get a little bit more contact than maybe they were anticipating, and still the T's stick around. They get that control, and although they lose a player, they still have room to work with, but the damage being done is phenomenal by the CT side. That scout has taken down another player to very low health himself. Zero, though, has lost the opportunity of holding down the B bomb site as a wrap comes through. From the back lines, this SMG looks to farm, and there are 2 players all across. Nice shot from Masty, though. It's another kill on the other end of the map as well. The CTs are starting to run thin. Although they got that man advantage early on, Devs has to do even more with it. He's gotten a second as well. One more bullet left in the clip, but faster to the shot is V6, and he'll take that second round for S1. And looks like Destroy the Odds are still waiting for that full buy, and it looks like they're going to be on that eco once again here. Here they come, running down mid. There's a player waiting for them, Masky, but he's fully blinded. He's actually completely white. In the ult of mid, though, Lenny has been able to do something for them at the very least. Going in for a play in the underpass, not going to last him very long. Devs yet to find a single kill. Leonidas had found at least one onto V6, but the round will be done before the 30-second mark. Very fast round there, as Destroy the Odds now have all of the fixins that they could ask for. And S1 have done a very good job in these first 2 rounds, I believe, of getting their control very fast. Even losing lives, they still force themselves into that map control and then utilize it late in the round. The CTs are still unrotated, and they're still unable to make themselves useful. But the nade, it's pretty good. Up towards top of mid, Zero will take a little bit of damage, but they're rushing their way into the B bomb site. They've already found that first player, and another one goes beyond it with Bomb. Magoo. Mogo, I'm not sure how that's pronounced, but Gospel does what he can. But like I said, the CT is not even able to rotate. The flashbangs give the CTs not enough time to communicate with the rest, that they're actually just sprinting their way through. Like I said, that map control, they're brute forcing their way through. They're going for the aim duels. And S1, they're winning it even still as they find kills through smokes, and I guess over top of them. Not really sure where those kills came from. I apologize for missing them, but through the smoke, again, Lenny finds a head, and it will be Zero to drop. The round has 3 players left alive for the T side on top of a bomb plant. AWP retrieved, and that is a catastrophe for Destroy the Odds. Now we head into a little bit of a default for the T side, and as it should be, they're playing up against an eco. There's only pistols across the board for the CT side. Not much they can do. They've got to make the statement now. It's up for the T's to scout out where the play is being made. Devs loves to take this peek towards the top of Banana. This time around, he's not going to be winning it out as comfortably as he had before. And Gospel being spammed down through the wall. There's a chance that this AWP goes right spamming through the wall. The jump is spotted. Player dropped, and now Zero has to hold it down on his own. I'm not sure if they're going to be expecting a third player inside of the site. I think he might have just timinged his way into a kill or two. Possibly. We'll have to wait and see as they make their way across, clearing out the pool. The shots miss on the D. And all hope is really lost. Leonidas does have an inkling of where this AWP might be playing from, but V6 finds that shot, may even have another one made available to him. Unless the Coffins player goes on the aggression at range, Hecky will tap him down through the side of the big cobblestone post. The 5th round for S1 and an answer back from Destroy the Odds in turn of the economic downturn they've been on. They now have 2 AWPs, and I'm not sure for how long these weapons are going to be wielded for. How long will they be able to carry these weapons over into the following rounds? Because their money is downright broke right now. If they are to lose, a shot made available to the AWP, at least at top of mid, not going to connect. He just misses his mark as there's a jump across, but A-site apartments control has been gathered. Tinky Winky trying to hold on to it with a Molotov, but there are 3 players on the other side. In a moment, he'll be run down. That nade could be catastrophic, though, as it goes off the wall. They've not yet made their way up the steps, and now here they come. Making a good amount of noise as well. The spam comes through the window. Not going to connect. Not that well anyway, and now the 2 players in mid have to be careful. The back's turned to the AWP, and inside in the site, there's a turn from Tinky Winky, who's found 2. The AWP, though, has brought this into a man advantage by getting that kill in mid as well. V6 has to be careful going in for a power play, and he'll find it. AWP wins out the duel against his adversary on the big green elsewhere. But here comes the M4. That's a new challenge that V6 will have to atone to, and he'll spot the back of them if he walks around the corner in a moment here, and he will. Of course, Gospel sticks around and isn't ready for that. How could you possibly be? 2 kills for V6 in the round, a third for Moguza, and that will be yet another for S1, despite things looking better for Destroy the Odds in the post plant. The 1 player, the stray AWP, and the other side of mid takes his ground and posts up, and of course they walk right into his crosshair. Guys, don't forget, if you take a peek into the chat, there is a giveaway currently going on, and you don't want to miss that. While we have a little bit of downtime here, and a little bit of downtime does Devs have, as he is now out of the round in the very beginning. So it feels. Gospel, though, trying to make up for lost ground. A player close by, spamming of the Deagle is not going to be working out in his favor. Zero, though, may catch a player off guard in the apartments. 1 shot, but nothing more. The Scout does have 2 players softened up that he could definitely take out with this Scout if they make their way across to him. But as of right now, the only player even close is the SMG of Hecky, and he has full health. And an SMG at this range against an unhead armored player may be the end of days for him. I love this position in any scenario, and of course Hecky holds it all round long. He catches the unsuspecting counter-terrorist around the corner, and that will be yet another round for S1 as they have gone on an absolute tear. Despite losing out the knife round, they have proven themselves as aimers at the very least at this point in time, and V6 is 12-2. The sniper is really putting up the numbers for the boys of S1 at the moment, and Destroy the Odds really have just been unable to answer back in kind in the multi-frag department, because I feel like they've been coming through time and time again with triples and doubles galore. Devs holding a nade, jiggling back and forth. There could be a player on the other side with an AWP. He's playing his chances, though, and there goes a nade soaring down, and that is going to be a decent chunk of damage, a total of 40 across 2 players, and that may do them some good with the M4A4 headshot potential now as Leonidas smokes off mid, resumes his position inside a boiler. There's only 1 player here to do anything about him. Leonidas doing some damage through the wooden wall, as a matter of fact, and that's going to be the P90 sticking around towards B all and is lonesome. Here comes the hit. 1 player with an SMG making first contact, and M4 on the other side. He'll soon be smoked off on Molotov and towards Pit. Now Gospel's all on his own as the SMG burns alive. Gospel takes down another low HP player from Dev's support. Comes nothing. The AWP through the smoke, though, spamming some shots around. V6 has crossed his way. Head down, tucked into the pool. He's got 4 versus 3. A man at disadvantage. Let's see what they can do to pull it back this time around. V6 is known to be the man who does this time and time again, but the bomb has rotated its way around to A, and Lenny Nader's cleared it out. He has a P90, but what he doesn't know is that there's a player over at Arch. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. And Leonidas is going to be so confused as to how he got through. He snuck by in the nick of time. Gospel finds 1 over at Archway, though. Leonidas finds yet another, and it's a 1 versus 3 as the bomb attempts to go down. A flashbang goes high, and Masty now has to put it down in a timely fashion. The clutch to keep themselves alive with a flawless record. He goes for the fight fast towards Layton, and there will be Leonidas to meet him. He'll go down. He'll be the first hurdle. Gospel up next, 46 HP. Head spotted, but Gospel's faster on the trigger. He's gotten 4 in the round, locking down not only the B-bomb site, but now retaking at A, and that will be the first round on the board for Destroy the Odds. It really does not get much better than that for Destroy the Odds as they finally put themselves on the board with an all-important economy round as well. A turning of the tides may be soon to come as they look to break the T economy in the next couple of rounds. They're going to have to do it convincingly, keeping most of their players alive as well, but should Destroy the Odds win 2 successive gun rounds, they should be pretty well off for the foreseeable future. 4 players stacked over at the bottom of T steps at the moment. 1 lurking over in the apartments. Letinator, the one to do it. Over the top of the smoke, though. Leonidas is holding this, and the AWP is close by as well. Leonidas not going to spot anybody, but Zero will, and he holds down the archway even longer now as the low HP attempts to fight. It will lose entirely. The Desert Eagle, though, goes in for a close quarters fight with an M4 who's got his pants pulled down, and the AWP finally crosses its way, but not before Devs says no. Tinky Winky, the last line of defense inside of the A bomb site itself, and that may be problematic now as they have a full line of sight into Library. Zero isn't ready for it. Now a 2 versus 2 as the post plant ensues. It looks like S1 are looking to put themselves right back onto winning ways. CT's taking it very slowly, and they only have 1 kit. Lenny making his way around boiler side. Such a power play. It's such an easy position to find unsuspecting CTs, and the AWP already ready for him. V6 closes out the round with a 5 KD at this moment in time, 15-3, and an 8th round for S1 has destroyed the odds. Money is once again put into the bin, and S1 have won out the half. Oh no! Game tabbed out really quickly. Apologize for that. There's the first kill at the top of Banana, and not so solid recovery as of yet now, as Devs has to rotate his way back over. Desert Eagle holding at range. He's already lost his 2 teammates elsewhere. At the bottom of mid, though, the AWP is tunnel vision, and V6 loses it to Zero, who picks up his weapon of choice. This is where things could get dangerous. Don't peek into him. You know what he's capable of. He's going to save that weapon, thankfully for him. They've given it to him to hold on to indefinitely. Tinky Winky dancing around the fountain will be lost to the fray, and the AWP holds on to this angle for just a moment longer. No one will come to him just yet, but he may hear Maguza soon enough. Here, let me just do this really fast. Bop, bop, bop. That should be a little bit better. The quality was kind of tanking for a second there, but I think that should have fixed it. S1 looking phenomenal at the moment, and above all else, I think V6 has proven that he is well and truly more than well equipped to wield that sniper rifle in any context, and even pulls out the pistol and uses it like a shotgun in range, and I love it. It gets the job done. It shows that he means business, and I think that Destroy the Odds are getting a little bit uncomfortable now, knowing that they can just be run over by aim duels, so now they're trying to take some of their own. Zero going aggressively into mid for a peek. Nobody's going to give it to him now. Posting up on the alt of mid and waiting his turn. Tinky Winky, though, spots one in the apartment's way, as Devs has already lost health over at the bottom of Banana. Things are going down at A, and they've got to recover. Tinky Winky will find that opening frag, but he'll immediately be traded back. I thought he could have gotten away. Zero now unable to post up on middle with the AWP, falls away to a more passive angle at Archway. Flashbangs go over in mid. But in the apartments they go, and Zero's got to be ready to react as they come their way through. Leonidas has been spotted. He'll be dropped, but Zero's found at least one inside of the bomb site, unable to find any more, and that will be their downfall. The post plant once again with a man advantage for the T side, and Devs can only hope to spam a player down through the smoke. Masty on the other side, but with time ticking down so low, the AWP with the Deagle in hand, like I say. He does it again, V6. Such odd positioning, though, I have to say. I'm not really sure where he is out in the middle of nowhere like that. He could have very well have been caught off and given them an opening into the round, but when you hit your shots, I guess there's not much you can complain about there. Devs now forced to save. 1-9, make it 1-10 as S1 hit double digits. And Destroy the Odds are having a rough go at it at the moment. Pretty normal setup, pretty standard from the CT side this time around, not going for anything crazy. It seems that that is actually what does them more harm than good. Going through the smoke in the mid is Maguza. Not sure what the thought process was there. It's going fully dry, and he's not even followed by any of his teammates, and now Zero has more players for field day as he fires off a shot. Well-timed, barely missing its mark onto Leonidas as he crosses through, though. Or Lenny Nader, excuse me, not Leonidas, but that time around he doesn't miss. He times it perfectly. He lives and learns, and the first 2 kills of the round are given to them by the Big Green. Destroy the odds now with a 2-man advantage. Surely can't throw this one away. A very important man advantage to hold on to for your mentality. It would be a real heartbreaker if they were to lose this round out right now. I think that would be the most demoralizing thing that could possibly happen to them. But now, as the round starts to tick down, just under 50 seconds, these players are all stacked up over towards the A-bomb site, all 3 of S1, and now they're making their way in from different junctures, 2 in through mid, 1 in through the apartments, Massey with the bomb on his back, Zero inside of the site, posted on Archway. Tinky Winky holding on to elsewhere, and Leonidas is holding for their lane cross, should they make their way through, and here it comes. As time now ticks down, 30 seconds left, the AWP has been heard, I believe. And they have 2 smokes to work with. Contacts made towards the apartments. Bomb is dropped, and now they've got to make their way in faster than they're doing it at the moment. Leonidas holding for the angle. Hecky, what do you do here? You surely get taken down as soon as you peek into it, but he does find at least one. It's V6 to do it. 10 seconds left. Bomb down still. Ooh, nice shot with the Desert Eagle, though. And oh my god, V6, you found 3 in the round, even though you can't win it out. That is a display and a half. S1 will lose it out, but he's surely putting on a show here with what time in the round. He will go down to Gospel after time expires. Not that big of a deal, though, seeing as he's got more than enough money to make up for it. $9,000 in the bank. 16 onto Maguza, and that will be the second round on the board, doubling theirs for Destroy the Odds. Not going to be too successful with an A down banana. It's going to do a chunk of damage, but nothing serious. And now, once again, the P90 of Lenny Nader makes his way into the apartments. He's been using this weapon time and time again, it feels like. It's an interesting choice, to say the least, but he seems to be making it work at 11 and 5. He's got 105 ADR on the unorthodox play, and now there are 4 players at the top of banana, as Lenny Nader still lurking around in the apartments area, giving off his illusion that he's been there. He's done it before, and if they notice it, they should be able to communicate this, that it's going to be a B hit. As Zero's already started to rotate over with the AWP, he's wonking it so they don't hear him on the rotation, but he starts to make his way back, and that will be the worst decision he could have made. He should have made it at least a little bit farther as they begin their execute. Just about a flashbang from Devs to stop them for the moment, and there it goes. It's not going to blind them too well. But now the rotation has to come. Praying and hoping they don't pull a player over through mid, because Lenny is still waiting by. The bomb throws a Molotov towards the top of mid, but that will just be giving them the idea that the hit has changed. It has not. Flashbang goes off the wall for Devs there as he goes over top. The AWP around the side has not yet been spotted, but over the blue bin goes down. Maguza head spotted, and V6 finds his head with the AWP. He's got to do more. His teammates will eventually do something for him, but Lenny Nader in the back has found one on the P90 and retreats. A 3 versus 2, and Zero has to get these angles sooner rather than later, because as the smoke begins to dissipate, they're in their post-plant scenario already. One player not spotted over at second oranges. We'll find the first. P90 drop Leonidas in the clutch. 1 versus 2. A kid on his back. Not a whole lot of health to his name. 1 flashbang to make his way into the site, and they know he's here now. They're going to be ready for him as he's already crossed by. It's V6 once again, making his name known to find that kill over at CT side. 21 and 5, 144 ADR on his T side thus far. With 2 rounds left, there's still more to be done. Scouting towards mid, going for a quick peek, possibly a flashbang into his eyes, though. It's likely to just be another peek with the Desert Eagle for Devs, seeing if he can find something early on. A flashbang goes off the wall. The SMG goes in fighting, finds one. Devs has already found one on the Desert Eagle as well, falling up onto the low HP, but that's still a 2 versus 3 bomb. At spawn, guns to be picked up. A little bit of lag coming through there, but Masty is trying to hold down the guns on the ground. A flashbang goes pop through. He's got not a whole lot of ammo, but 8 bullets will do the trick. And Hecky will soon hear the player over at the A-bomb site as soon as he decides to make even a step of noise. Oh, we'll hear a gunshot going down through mid. Missed shot from the AWP, picked up off of his dead teammate, but Masty doesn't miss those. Of course, against just the pistol, he'll tap his head clean off. And in the last round of the half, number 15, 12-2 at the moment, looking for a 13th RS1 and looking to combat that and make their way through in the T-side campaign or destroy the odds as we go into the final. We'll see what they can do. And Og, no AWP for the CT side. They couldn't afford it, I don't believe. But you better believe that V6 has his. He won't be shying away from a fight just because you aren't as well equipped as he is. Zero now going through the apartments, through the Molotov, hurrying the player at the P90 once again. May be able to catch him off for free. On the back, there it is. A couple of shots go off, but he actually only connects a little, and at range, the P90 actually does go for that quick headshot and takes him for it. Through the smoke, though, Devs finds one, going for some more. Not done there. Top of Banana are a couple of more players, and V6 may have a peek ahead of him as the smoke fades. He's posted on the angle. Should they make their way around? A boost up, though. Will he be ready for it is the question. The bomb still over towards the top side of A, and here they come. Oh my god, no way. This guy's phenomenal. V6 spots the foot of Devs, and even then still takes it. Now 3 versus 2, still favoring the CT side, but the A-bomb site is starting to be taken down bit by bit. Tinky Winky, the last player left to do anything about it, holding a flashbang in his hands, has to turn away from it. And they're going to be encroaching upon him from every possible angle. Tinky Winky spotted, crouching behind the box. Masty closes it, and Gospel on the rotate has to be the hero. A 13th round on the horizon, and S1R in the 2 versus 1 post plant. And how do you manage to mess this one up with V6 locking down the entirety of lane and mid? No way they come around there, and Masty has your archway. The only way that he could sneak his way in is through the apartments, and V6 should be aware of that possibility soon enough as Gospel now makes his presence known around the corner, spots the head of the first, the other player over at lane with the AWP. Deagle pulled, and of course, with the back turn, he wins this one out. V6, no way. No way you lose it. Tapping onto the bomb, spots the player in a moment. V6 jiggling, spots him not on top of it. Here's the footsteps, and V6 goes in for the fight. Not going to win it out, but it won't matter. The round is lost. 3 kills for Gospel in it, but that will be the 13th for S1 and a dominant half, to say the least, from the Belgian side. As we wait for the restarts to come in, I can't imagine the teams want to dilly-dally for all too much longer before we get into the logical conclusion to this game, unless Destroy the Odds can pull off the impossible as we hit the halfway point, excuse me. Once again, guys, don't forget, take a peek into the giveaway, into the chat. Link will be there for you. It'll take you over, and there's still so much to be won. The boys from Destroy the Odds will take care of you. So why not go ahead and enter while you still can. Bunch of great guys over there at Destroy the Odds. From the few people that I've spoken to thus far, even before this cast, I can give you my personal guarantee that they will take care of you, so long as we also take care of them. Give them the traction they need. Those guys are great. Give them the attention they deserve. But gotta say, from S1 today, it's been a phenomenal showing. It's a little bit unorthodox, I really do have to say. It's Counter-Strike at its most raw form, I think. They've just been playing it so very fundamentally well. I don't think there's anything super deep tactically that they've done to abuse the boys of Destroy the Odds. I think they're just very, very good at taking map control and using it properly. I think their pathing is very good. I think that their grouping is very good. They're making very good decisions as a unit, and that means that they don't have to have super in-depth strategy at this level especially, because they're just playing the game so very well as a unit, and that will get you so very far in this game. As we get into it, though, it's going to be no utility bought whatsoever by any of the players in the server at the moment, as all 5 players go barreling through. It's a fast peek into the ult of mid, but Hecky's been dropped. Maguza now has to try and do something, but a jumping Zero will deal with him and open up the bomb site as Destroy the Odds, get things off to a hot start. Now V6 rounds the corner, rounds the bend. Trying to figure things out. Over at laneway, though, his teammates have gotten into a little bit of a scuffle on the P2000. Can't really do much, and everyone is left reloading as the shots are missed. But Lenny does eventually find that one player. The low HP does get away. He'll be dropped by V6 on the other side before he's lost to the fray as well. Masty in the 1 versus 2. The crossfire is too strong for him. Surely Leonidas goes down. What a shot. And Zero, hiding in the pit, has won the round successfully, but Masty with a nice series of kills at the very end to show that they are still in it, at least somewhat. Very nice 180-degree flick onto the player behind the boxes, and he finishes off even the last in the pit with 1 bullet remaining in his gun. Top of Banana and SMG is very close. A little closer than he like. Masty hearing them. A couple of bullets are exchanged as well, but all of App's control is gained, by the CTs at the moment. Time proved to be a cruel mistress to them as they find 2 kills. V6 with a second. No way he gets that third. Low HP onto one of them, but here comes the SMG close to him that he may not be ready for. Tinky Winky puts him in the dirt. And the round comes to its logical conclusion as Destroy the Odds do continue their little run of form on the anti-eco round. Running through the players ahead of them has not been too bad of a task whatsoever. Down mid with nades. They'll be heavily tagged up by the AK-47 as well as the nades coming down by the T side as well. They finally make their way in through mid, but they've already run down. CT's now trying to find those guns that may have been dropped. SMG from Maguza. Moguza? Who knows? I'm sure somebody does, but I sure don't. SMG does find one. Magoza successful in at least dropping the bomb for a moment, but Zero has already found the kills required. 3 in the round. The last player, Masty, is on the opposite side of the world with nothing to work with. The next round will be a different story for him, but this time around we'll have to see him work with nothing and make everything happen. One inside of the pit, one inside of apartments. Gospel holding an off angle should he make his way around, and everything else locked down by Zero. AK picked up. What a nice switch to the AK, I have to say, but that's all 4 for Zero in the round. Now finding himself positive at 15 and 15 in the match thus far. It's he who's slowly started to pick it up. Slowly but surely. A little bit of the window flash at the 147 mark. Done very well, of course. Men of taste hearing the Molotov. Tinky Winky goes down very low for seemingly no reason. The HE will finish the job as well, and that is the end of him. The Molotov conundrum as Masty crawls around the other side of the smoke, now hugging the wall. Gospel on the other side. Should they fade? I don't think they're going to be ready for this. A free kill maybe for Masty here as it fades out completely. He's found a first, a second available to him as well, and it'll be Hecky to trade. A 2-man advantage now as S1 finally showing what they have on the weaponry given to them in round number 19. Devs crawling out through mid. Lenny Nader on the angle already. Should Devs walk into it? No flashbangs made available to him by his teammate just yet. And Devs actually does get the better of the CT as he overextends. Away into it now, way into things. Leonidas is making a lot of noise, though, and that may be their undoing. Magoza holding the angle. The AWP barely misses. The shot goes in for a second, and of course Leonidas holding the same angle is going to be dealt with. It's not going to be an easy fight for you should you re-peak on the same with an AWP on the other side. And here goes Devs with the bomb on his back and 30 seconds left in the round. One player to deal with on the A-bomb site. It's V6. Should he walk around the corner of the app's balcony, he may be spotted by Devs in a moment. Oh, V6 didn't spot the gun barrel there. Somebody communicated to him eventually, and he goes back in for the fight. 29-10 is his scoreline at the moment. AK picked up, and he'll be closing out the round in style with just one easy frag. As he now nears almost double the amount of kills that anyone on the server has. (14-5). Nade goes down through mid. Don't believe it'll connect with anybody too badly. It's actually 18 damage on the Gospel, who now sits inside of the pit. AWP posted up on a wide angle. Maguza, though, eventually falls away from it. Not going to have to worry about it a whole lot. But Banana, Masty, running his way down, is dealt with. And Devs has found one of his own, half blind. Heck, he may lose the B-bomb site if he goes overzealously. The AWP trades one back, but that's not going to be enough. The B-bomb site has been lost, and destroy the odds do actually manage their way into the B-bomb site with very little resistance at all. They find picks on all sides of the map, and they decide that B is where they want to end up, and they've made the right decision. A little bit of a savey save here. Maguza over the top of the smoke will drop another, and that's going to be a 6th round for Destroy the Odds, but at what cost? Got very little money in the bank themselves. Losing 3 players is going to hurt them a little bit. If they lose another, it could be operating at a loss, but I believe the CTs will have a buyback into this round. Apologize. Had to take a quick drink of water. Keep the hydration levels up, you know. First kill found by the CT side. Immediately traded back by the T side. Now Gospel bringing one back. The AWP making its mark in the round, but very short-lived, I have to say, is now... They really do rely on these pistols to find something a little bit more aggressive. Leonidas holding a flashbang, a pop flash, I was going to say, for his teammate over at the top of Banana to try and deal with the pistol. Not going to be successful. The nade, though, will do a little bit of damage. Soften them up just a bit. Oh, wait. 6 has spotted a player on the other side of the hay bales. He's got a teammate in the apartments, and now he's going to feel... This is what's going to happen. That player is going to feel tasked with trying to find a trade frag, and he will go into the site too soon and die. That is my call. I have a feeling that will be how this plays out. Oh, no, not the nade pulled. No, if he held that with the gun. Dang. That stinks. V6 does what he can. Hecky on the Desert Eagle at least finds one. 2 versus 2 ensues. Lenny to retrieve a gun at the Banana with the AWP of Magoza. Maguza. Just posting for anything that may come his way. Dude, if V6 held that same exact angle, but with not the flashbang with the AK in his hand, oh, he would have had it. Poor guy. Flashbang goes high. Lenny Nader trying to make his way back into the bomb site to join his teammate Devs, holding the angle head. Maybe spotted. Not quite sure. Time ticking down low. That they do have a kit, but it's got to be used soon. Kit found too little too late. S1 have all of their players drop at the end, and AWP picked up by 0. 2 players left alive in the bomb plant, and destroy the odds. Compose themselves and time very well timed to execute, I feel like. Ooh, what an idea. Magoo's is not able to make his way across with the jump, with the boost. This nade damage is absolutely devastating onto the T side. Zero and Gospel are already down in the red. Thanks to 3 nades at the top of Banana, they should be aware of the fact that there are 3 players stacked up on this bomb site by this point, though. Realizing now. They've already eaten all 3 HEs. Flashbang goes over. Low HP player close is the only player able to do anything about it. That 1 kill, I'm not sure if that's worth it. I don't know if that was worth it for the CT side, but they do still have 2 softened up players that they can take out pretty easily, but their utility is really running low. Only 1 Molotov on Heki as he stands alone on the B-bomb site with the V6 rotating over at 8 HP. And that is going to hurt as the smoke comes over through CT. Heki holds onto the Molotov and deploys it, just trying to stop them from making their way any farther forward, but they didn't intend on it anyway. They're going to re-execute. They've got 3 smokes and 3 flashbangs to work with as well. Not a whole lot to worry about as they re-smoke. Low HP player has been boosted up low, and I hope that he finds one here. He will be. Goes in for some more. A couple of bullets ring through. We'll take out the lower of the higher HP players, but still on 25 is 0. 25 is 0. CT smoke, AWP rings out over at Banana, and that will find him a frag, and now S1 have to be a little bit cautious. These rounds are getting a little too tight for my liking. They're barely unable to pull it over the line every time. It feels player inside a pool. It barely gets timing on the AWP for missing his opportunity. Okay. Nade goes down through mid. Doesn't quite connect. Tinky Winky taken down. Oh my god, now they all come in tandem as they take him down to 34. Going for a peek into mid. Nobody will be there waiting for him, but the Banana AWP does actually get its chance. Destroy the odds are now finding the formula. Just what they needed. A smoke over towards Archway, a flashbang off the post, and there's Maguza, who's now blinded up. He's not able to do a thing about it. The P250, though, is going to be in for some trouble. Maybe a shot through the smoke. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is insane. They're all inside of the smoke, and they're trying to spam bullets back and forth onto each other. The P2000 does find one, and through the smoke, the AWP goes again, and down through mid. Masty is being chased. 25 HP and 13 HP on these first 2. If he hits even a single bullet with a pre-fire, it could have been the end. But now S1 have 2 players left to try and stop this from going through. Flashbang held. Heki looks to go through, and there it goes. Blinded up at Banana, and 1 bullet. The difference on 2 players even still. And they just can't manage to find the right players to shoot. HP of Devs on the other side of the smoke finds 4 kills in the round, and he stands above the rest. Kill found with the EWP. S1 with the man advantage for the first time in quite some time. At the top of Banana is where most of the presence has been put, though. Most of the bodies have been stacked up at this point of the map, and Matthew deploys a smoke just on the other side, and there are 2 players spamming, so they can at least guarantee that there are a majority of the Destroy the Odds players here. They can deduce that if 2 players are spamming, there's probably a 3rd player playing anti-flash or holding utility, and a Molotov now goes through the smoke. Massey finishes the kill with a quick spray, and now they know they have to commit, and that will be their demise. Hecky finds a double over the top of first Oranges, and Massey chimes back in to finish it off with a double of his own. That will be a 15th round finally for S1, putting themselves on a match point. Destroy the Odds, backs up against the wall, money in the bin. After all of that, it may have been the end. Last chance I'll really be able to get to say it, but ladies and gentlemen, once again, show some love to Destroy the Odds people over there. We've got a giveaway going on. Follow their Twitter. It will be on the screen in just a few at the end of the game, but there's a kill going over the top of the smoke from Leonidas. Maguza dropping a Molotov at Archway now as they get a little bit antsy. They've got double AWP set up in a 4 versus 5, albeit up against some pistols. It's going to be a dangerous one nevertheless. It's going to be a hard one for them to recover from as the smoke now begins to fade in the Apartments Gospel on the other side with only a deagle at range. Should be easy to deal with so long as they don't run them down. Lenny Nader with a Molotov off the wall will keep them at lane side for just a moment longer. He'll regain that control and he'll find a kill off of it as well. And now, Gospel in the Apartments spots the player pretty easily. Maguza thankfully finds that frag though, as they've yet to make their way into the bomb site. They have one smoke to use onto Moto, I would hope. There it goes, but Maguza with the flick. Oh my god, this man is just on fire at the moment. With the sniper rifle on a 3 versus 2 now, they've got them locked in. The T's think that they're safe, but I find it that the CTs have them put into a box. But that peek from Zero is a fast peek, to say the least, a Zantares peek. Flashbang goes high once more, and this will be their final ditch attempt at trying to close out the game here and now. Leonidas' side of the site takes his head clean off. Maguza with another, though, looking for his 4th as he crawls around the side of the site. It's Leonidas who's got to do it. He's got 1 bullet to land. Maguza spotted, the head taken clean off, and a 10th, hitting double digits now. Have destroyed the odds. Smoke to the CT, fast kill onto the first. SMG goes down early, and the SMG from the CT side chimes in for 1 as well. Almost another low HP on the Gospel, a 4 versus 3 even still, though, as the bomb tries to go down. Masty doing what he can. 1 bullet! Man, is the difference between Gospel living and dying, but as the bomb is planted, the nade will finish it, and that will be a man advantage, a 3-man advantage. The AWP of Zero, the last player left standing between S1 and the map victory in the back lines, though. The Deagle going for a quick jump shot, maybe lands it, but eventually he'll round the corner. A team ace for S1 to close it out in regulation at 16-10. A phenomenal game all around, but I believe that S1 have proven tonight that they, in fact, are the better of the 2 teams, and that's a GG all around. Have to say, a well-played game indeed, but it's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. DTO _ GG. We have a little bit of a post-game interview, or at least we should have one coming in soon enough. Now just awaiting the word from one of the players, I believe, and if we don't catch one of those, then I can just hang out for a minute and wait some time and see what happens. Should be having somebody shooting a Discord over my way or a little bit of a call, and then we'll be able to discuss what's going on. There is a good amount to be talked about as well. I have a couple of talking points should we be able to get that under locked. And there we have it. I think this should be it. should have Gospel joining us, I believe. Oh, okay. Well, and my dorm is having a fire alarm. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight on this game. I will catch you in the next, and I apologize. Have a wonderful evening.